Welcome to the Trust Factor Radio, bringing you interviews and insights to unlock the power of the subconscious mind to create authority, credibility, and trust. With your host, the Authority Architect, and best-selling author, Neil Howe.
Hello and welcome to the show. This is your host, Neil Howe, and today my special guest is Alan Anajar. He is the founder of Web Team Management based out of New York, and he's going to share with us today how he's helping his clients get found in the search engines. Alan, welcome to the show.
Hi, Neil. How you doing? How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks very much. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Alan, and how you got into this digital marketing world.
Okay, well, for starters, Web Team Management originally started out in Florida. And we brought it up here to New York because we've been going vertical. We've been operating the business for 10 years. 10 years, it's a long time. We've built a nice clientele, a nice established alignment. Pretty much I flew up here to New York for a job offer, and the company actually kind of reneged on the situation. So when I came up here, I swore to myself to dominate the search engines. I taught seminars with search engine optimization in 2003. I teach somewhat of a seminar in New York City, right near Grand Central. However, what I came to discuss with you was something quite impressive. I'll start off this statement. What the average SEO specialist does is they optimize websites so they rank on the first page of Google. That's their biggest attempt. However, most SEO specialists don't have the necessary tools to do it. It takes them 3 to 5 months to do this stuff. We can do it in 3 weeks. We're very aggressive with our marketing. Website design, we're up to par. So, way beyond par, part of my language. If this, Neil, what are your thoughts on something like that? Just curious.
Well, generally most of the SEOs I talk to say that it is a long-term game and it takes time, but, people want results as fast as possible. So if you can show them those results in, as little as 3 weeks, I'm sure you're going to have lots of happy clients.
This is exactly our competitive advantages are speed. Website design, we've been able to build websites fully responsive, fully redesigned websites within 3 to 5 days. We have 9 trusted developers who we trust dearly. We have a staff of 4, client resource manager, project manager, and a sales rep. And I pretty much do all the marketing myself because I cannot really teach some of these algorithms or details to algorithms to regular people who aren't so skilled in the SEO world or, for the most part, branding world.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot to acquire that kind of knowledge, and we're in an industry that changes so often that you've really got to keep up with this. So, to actually be able to teach somebody to do that, I understand where you're going there. But let's talk about the kind of clients that you help here, Alan. What kind of niches do you like to stick in?
Great. We like to specialize in the legal sector, medical sector, financial sector. Real estate sector is also pretty good. But we've been expanding our breadth. We've tried to reach out. We're trying to reach out to different territories. We now have an office in Florida. So we're really trying to expand our breadth. Our marketing helps a lot. SEO gives us traction, and we have authority now. Authority means that now any keyword, SEO company, marketing service, any of these keywords, it would take me approximately about 5 minutes to rank on the first page, but not for the same keywords. If I optimize in about 4 or 5 minutes, the keyword that I will pop up on will be different, but you can only select 1 or 2. So if I want to market website design, I'll yield a result, the first page. But if I want to yield results on the first page for SEO company, which is really difficult, it would take me about 5 minutes. And not only local, I can optimize organic at the same time. Yeah.
Wow. That is pretty impressive. I'd like to know how you do that.
Let me interrupt you. This is critical. Neil, everything is associated with Google's website. Google is just a simple website. All it is a simple website. I personally don't think it's an algorithm. I think it's actually code which allows people to pop up on the first page because strategies work. However, Google AdWords, local SEO, organic SEO, video SEO, even AdWords, they're all linked together to offer something called authority when it comes to search engine optimization. Think about it. And not only that, it offers something called internet real estate. Imagine you have an ad on the top, you have a local listing, of course, number one there, you have an organic listing, and then you have a video on the search page. Now, no one thinks about this, but we've just started doing something with LinkedIn. It took me 2 weeks. Like, for instance, right now, if you type marketing service NYC, not only do I have all three spots, my LinkedIn profile pops up. So that's like, and I can do it with Instagram now. Instagram's a little bit easier, but this is the type of strength that I bring to the table. So.
And that is pretty remarkable when you're looking at a city like New York as well, massive city, to be able to be at the top for any search results in that city is going to kind of guarantee you some results. So, talk to me about how you go about getting these kind of results and so quickly too.
Oh, good question. A lot of people ask the same question. Of course, the sauce, the secret sauce, the true talent comes through the experience that I've had with other clients as far as with optimization. For instance, Google doesn't like keywords like website design, marketing, SEO, company, services, marketing. They don't like it like that. When a Google search engine reads, it reads in sentence format. So if you optimize your website for website design, website designers in New York, that's what someone would type in. All right, so you have to type the keywords that you want to pop up on Google. You have to type those keywords in phrases that sound coherent in English. So was another thing too, and you know what? I don't like really mentioning what the secret sauce entails, but I'll tell you one thing right now. Guaranteed winner. If any of you guys know anything about this stuff, it's just getting in front of Google's face as many times as you can. That's it. Keep on bothering them. But when you come in with your entry strategy, you have to be fully loaded. You have to have a well-constructed website, mobile-friendly, of course, responsive. Who cares? You have to have it optimized professionally. I personally wouldn't water down which keywords I want to get on the first page. I'd shoot for like 3 or 4 phrases. And then from there, what we would do with our clients, we literally just keep on testing. For the first 3 weeks, it's critical because once we get the traction, we have to find out what they're calling for, how they're calling, where they're calling. And then essentially after those 3 weeks, what we do with our business, we contact them and be like, all right, listen, you got 14 phone calls last week. I'm not sure if I'm not happy with it. So why don't we shoot for a different keyword set? I've even gone over and beyond to implement a new industry in someone's company. For instance, one of the workers' comp attorneys, the number one leading workers' comp attorney in Manhattan, Alan Cass, whatever, he actually now has a division of personal injury. Remember, he does workers' comp. Workers' comp is not personal injury. So now he's doing personal injury. But what does this mean? I look for something called the ticket. If he gets a call for like a scaffolding injury, what's going to happen is typically he'd do the workers' comp for it, union, whatever workers' comp. But now there's an injury. So he's getting the personal injury lawyer to take the case. On top of it all, it's being referred to his workers' compensation division. You understand? So he's getting both sides of the stick. Usually you go for the workers' comp, which is typically a $6,000 to $8,000 transaction, but a personal injury case, a scaffolding, could be $2 million. So I literally gave him a new industry to be in. And you know what? A website, really, truly, the website's indicative upon the business is indicative upon the website. Because you can make your website look humble, conservative, and friendly and have that effect. But if you want to look as if you're the industry leader, you can be answering the phone call in the bedroom. They're just going to think you're number one. You just have to have the right alignment. So that's very, here's what I say to a lot of people. You can have all the gold in the world. You have all the gold ready, the diamonds ready to sell. But if no one knows you have it, you're just sitting on a big pile of gold. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right, Alan, you talked about a couple of things that I think are really important. You talked about the real estate on the search engine page. And, when you have the number one map ranking, you have the number one organic ranking, and you've got your LinkedIn there as well, maybe even using the ads, you're taking up some of that real estate. Now, the other word that you said was authority. And when you're seen as that authority, people want to do business with you and only you, right?
Well, for instance, yesterday I had a meeting with someone. He had met with 4 to 5 people already. And what I know it sounds awkward. I got him on the first page of Google overnight. I can give you the keywords. It's terrible. And I didn't do it gratis, but I did it to show him. And as of now, I'm waiting on, the proposal's been sent. It's an 8-month term. They're happy with the numbers. They're happy with my service. That's for sure. And we should process an engagement fee tonight. And I'm really happy because the kid is 26 years old, okay? What I love to do, I like to take startup companies or companies that don't have, not the online presence, but the tech presence, the tech savviness. For instance, many people still don't have websites, by the way. Marketing, forget it. I would say when I first got here 7 years ago, I would say 30% of the New York population, when it came to corporate company offices, 30%, it's not that they didn't have websites. No, only 30% of the people had websites. Wow. That's what a huge market it was. We were going bananas in 2016, 2015. It was unbelievable. But you know what a big problem is? And I hate talking negative. It's, what do I want to say? Give me a second. Is my competitive advantage, being my speed, sometimes gets misconstrued and not really appreciated. So you have to imagine, let's say you're a lawyer. There's 80,000 lawyers in just Manhattan. Imagine if you pop up on the first page. It's worth millions of dollars. Listen, if someone types in Google, scaffolding injury lawyer, okay? Now on the Google ads, they come up to $300 a click. $300 per click. So to be on the first page of Google, and by all means, when you have authority, you're there for a little while. Okay, is worth millions of dollars. And sometimes people can't associate it with my speed factor. You understand? So it's a little hard to gauge, but I charge money. I charge money for my service. So that's key right there.
Well, that's a great introduction to you and what you can do, Alan. I like to say, show people that you can help them by actually helping them. And once they see results like that so quickly, they're certainly going to want more.
Neil, you want to hear something remarkable? I take phone calls and I help them. I don't want to charge for that stuff, helping them, telling them what to do. Eventually, they want a professional to do it. I just hope they don't mess it up, But for instance, someone called me yesterday and he asked me, how do I do the shopping cart with a GoDaddy website? And I completely told him how to create a brand new website, where to go, what to do, and I didn't charge him. He gave me a 5-star review. I don't know, but I asked him for it. But this is. By the way, we're a professional studio, for sure. But with my touch of personable personality and passion, that's where the relationship gets created. Because it's always beautiful to have someone who wants to work harmonious with you. Some people, they say, hey, just take this, build a website. They don't even give me words. They don't give me colors, nothing. So I have to take their vision and implement it on design, which is very tough. It takes a lot of time. But usually we hit it right on the nose, maybe once or the second time. So, where was I actually?
Yeah.
I forgot. I got so caught up with the process. But what I really truly do is I like to build companies who don't even have the knowledge of the tech of the online world and make them money. I just want them to appreciate the magnitude of how powerful the marketing is. Local SEO is where it's at. I mean, listen, if a lawyer is only admitted in New York City, he can't practice law in New Jersey. So I'm going to market, bam, local SEO. And I'm going to do a 15-mile radius probably, whatever. And what's going to happen is I'm going to optimize the organic listing to pop up. I'm going to shoot for the organic first because as soon as I index Google, they're going to take those keywords. And indexing takes 5 to 6 weeks. I do it in a couple minutes. So like I said, I have my connection, not my connections, but I have my direct. I talk to Google. I speak to the maps department. I've spoken to them 2 or 3 times by now. I tried to show them a little kink. I showed them a kink in their own search engine. Anyway, sorry to brag or toot my own horn, but I'm showing you professional competence.
Yeah, well, it's all about that secret sauce. And then obviously, like you said, the relationship and working with people and letting them see those results is very important.
Yes.
You mentioned like an acronym earlier, which was
God, I want to say something. Yeah, you little devil. my whole philosophy, that's such a cliche word, but my whole philosophy is something that we call ticket. And it's an acronym, TICKET. Just follow me. The T is for trust, integrity, credibility, knowledge, enthusiasm, and time. That's ticket. And we possess every quality there. I believe that transparency is key anyway. So, I mean, I put my life into my work, and my team is very dedicated, and I appreciate so much for the perfect alignment that we had. And I know, listen, I don't doubt that I'm not even gonna be. I just know I can deliver. I'm really good. I don't even know how to brag anymore. I've done it too much.
So talk to me, Alan, about some of the myths and the misconceptions surrounding the industry. Like we said right up front, people believe it takes 6 months or so to make a difference in this world.
You are correct. You're correct. Some of the misconceptions are, let me see. I said, okay, people from other countries don't have the capacity to market as effectively as a company that's positioned in the same state. Fine, who cares? The same country. You have to envision this. Testing. When you optimize, if you're in a different countries such as such and such, okay? When they're optimizing, and especially with the 3 to 7 weeks, whatever they take, when they're optimizing, they can't test directly from an IP address that's in the United States. So the testing takes forever. Hold on 1 second. Excuse me. So essentially what happens is their results take 7 to 9 months, and sometimes they're not even effective. Now, when you're in an IP address in America, the only issue that plays a role is the cooperation you have with the client. If the client's just going to leave you in the dust, fine, at least give the manager, give the receptionist, give the admin to speak to. And when you get them, you just keep them on, you create a relationship with them that's unbelievable. Like, you'd be like, hey, Marsha, you want a coffee? No, no. I'm right around the corner. I'm bringing you an apple crumb cake. But I need to ask you a question. How many calls did you get today? What did they call for? Awesome. So it's working. Yes. And then I'll shoot an email off to one of my clients saying, your ranking's unbelievable. You got 14 calls today, and it's only been 6 hours. And then that support, that passion that I show to my client, that I care about them, is what keeps the relationship. Sometimes there's off months. Listen, I mean, I have a client who I have about $800,000 in money equity. I gave him 144 cases in about 17 to 21 months, because they were leaving another company, and a big company, actually, FindLaw. And he just believed in me because I have an office in the same building, and they left FindLaw, and they pay a much more affordable rate. But I'll put it this way: I just spoke with him. I just spoke with one of my attorneys this morning. He says that if I deliver 6 more cases, he'll give me a raise, almost more than half. But listen, you have to hear something. So there's 2 things I should do, and this is a huge misconception for developers. Now, if I want to deliver more results and I want to deliver more phone calls and get them more cases, what do? Their SEO is maximized. What? There's nothing I can do. He's all over the first page. So there's definitely a factor that plays a role whether or not you can actually build a campaign in AdWords, okay, and then market with your own money, so you can deliver more results, and it'll just look as if you're doing the marketing correctly. For instance, let's say you get 17 phone calls, okay, and then you do marketing every Friday because that's the busiest day, okay. If you can deliver an additional 6 calls for $200, I would do it. Just to get the traction. I would do it. Why not? I mean, they're paying us a handsome enough money, and to get the raise, of course I'm going to invest $200, $800 for the month. I don't mind. And then when I spoke to him, he says, what did he say? I spoke to him about this AdWords thing. He doesn't want to do it. So I said, I'm absorbing the cost. And that's how it really works. And you know what? After a while, when you're working with a client, you tend to do it project by project. You can't really make it billable upon hour. You build a relationship. You know the person for like 2-3 years, okay? How are you supposed to charge him per hour and be professional for that long of a duration of time? I invite him to baseball games. He was in the Daily News already. I mean, we created a friendship to the point where today I spoke to him. I said, "You look awesome." He's like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Alan?" I'm like, "You just look awesome. You look focused. You look great. Let's make money." When you're telling a multi-million-dollar CEO that, it makes you feel like you're proud enough that he respects you as an amazing marketing consultant for the firm and how much value you add. Sorry for going on about that.
No, I mean, like you said, it comes back to relationships again. The more the relationship that you have, and the more results that you can produce, the more value that you have, and the more people are going to be willing to pay you. Which is, what you seem to be doing very well, making it very personable.
God bless you. You know what I wanted to tell you too? For anybody out there who has an industry that has a the service industry, I would highly recommend getting video testimonials. We have like 8 video testimonials, and we can get more if we want, or Google reviews. That helps the search engine. Imagine if you type in, "Hi, my name is XYZ Company. I've been working with Web Team Management, Project Manager. He's delivered the best website design, and they seem to be the best SEO company in NYC." Now, why did I shoot those 2? You're smart, Why did I tell you those 2 phrases? Why did I tell you those 2 phrases within that specific sentence of the review? Why did I say it? I know you know.
I do know.
Tell me, please. I want to know.
Well, because they help with the search rankings when you have those words within the comments or the reviews.
You're a genius. And that helps a lot. The more keywords that you have that are associated with your name or your profile, like the Google Map profile, the more it offers. You understand.
So tell me about where the majority of your results come from. I know you like to stick with the local marketing. Are you really hyper focused on the Google My Business or that map pack?
Yeah, well, I mean, and here we go again. I don't even like to do. I don't like to segregate or separate website design from SEO, from local, from paid, from video SEO, from now LinkedIn optimization. I don't like to do it like segment by segment. They don't like it. It seems like a nickel and dime effect. But if you clump everything up as like the branding, like you're the branding man, or they call me Google. That's what they call me. So I wear Google pin and everything in my lapel, whatever. So, it's like, I forgot where I was going with that again, but I don't want to toot my own horn. But I'll tell you straight up with this final response, the relationship is worth more in the long run anyway financially. So if you're going to build a website and all that stuff, clump it up in a monthly payment. Just clump it up. Do a 6-month, 8-month duration. They think websites are $4,500 to $5,000. They think SEO is $2,500 to $3,000. They think local, just to create it, is $1,000. Boom, we're talking $9,000 already. Don't be so greedy. I'm not going to say the number. Don't be that greedy. Help them out. Some of these people are startups, they need funding. So I usually tell them take 2% of their gross projected income. But I mean, give them like a financing plan. Think about it. If you're marketing, if you're working with a marketing guy, a website company, web team management, and let's say they deliver the product. Let's say they give you the retainer of, let's say, $3,000. They give you a retainer. Now, let's say and the billing cycles are for the next 5 months. Okay, we'll just say $2,500 a month. Let's say. Okay, so what happens is we finish their website already. We've optimized them on the first page of Google already. Now, all they have to do is fulfill the final payment. So they got the website, SEO, all this stuff for $3,000. They're happy. But now they're like, well, why now? What someone would say, why do we need it now? Well, we're there because the ranking drops off. That's a given. But the good thing is that I'll be testing and capitalizing on the best keywords throughout the duration of the campaign. I'll tell you the truth. Sometimes after 7 months, you really don't need SEO. You can take a freezer. I call it a freezer. Take a month off. Take 2 months off, and then when you're ready, and then there's also charging for optimization too. There's so many ways you can slice the pie. It's a good industry.
Right. Yep. 2 things that I know about Google is they like activity. They like something to be happening with a fresh website, and they really, really like branding. So to be seen everywhere as that company that comes up in all the search results, whether it's AdWords, map, videos, social,
internet real estate.
Really important. So, well, this has been excellent, Alan. If somebody wants to reach out to you, Alan, and get your info, what is the best way for them to do that?
Okay. Again, my company is called Web Team Management. We're located in New York City. You'll see a gold trophy next to our listing. The main number you can reach out at is 212-470-0057. I'll repeat it again. My name is Alan Anajar. I'm the founding partner of Web Team Management. We're located in New York City. We have an office in Florida. My email, info@webteammanagement.com. I prefer if you gave me a call, 212-470-0057. Neil, I got to talk to you again. You're awesome, buddy.
Well, thanks a lot, Alan. This has been great, great information. And I know you're somebody that takes action and gets results for people in the legal industry, the finance, real estate, where you can really make a difference. So, anybody that's listening, I'm sure they will be reaching out to you. Alan, thank you very much for being my guest on the Trust Factor Radio today.
You got it. God bless you. Bye-bye.
And to our listening audience, if you like what you hear, hit that like button and share, and we'll see you next time on the show.
You've been listening to the Trust Factor Radio with Neil Howe. To learn about the resources mentioned in the show and to listen to past episodes, go to thetrustfactorradio.com. To get a copy of the book, The Trust Factor, go to thetrustfactorbook.com. If you are ready to act now and build your authority, credibility, and trust, schedule a consultation with Neil at theauthorityarchitect.com.